One day, I was walking somewhere, but I just cannot remember where. Can you help? It felt like I was supposed to be there, but nothing happened. The next day, I went back, for the same result. But this time, I got robbed. The next day, I went back again, but I left everything at home. Then I lost my keys. Now I had to call a locksmith. Smith showed up, but lock did not. So I broke the door and got my extra key. Someone told me, do not go back to that place. Every time you go, something happens. So this time, I stayed home all day. Some movers came in and took everything, while I was napping. But at least, my keys were in my jeans pocket. I had no choice. The landlord took me out the back, then turned around and told me my keys had been revoked like that. Did you know that a door opens two ways? One way to get in, and one way to get out. The other day, someone asked me if they could use the doors to exit the building. My reply was, it is a two-way door. It is an outside and inside door. I asked a few ladies to go up to the blue line and wait for the officer to call them. The line was actually red. One of them went right through. The other was still looking for the blue line. Then I said, you might have just started a new disease, called color exchange. Blue line, red line, walking through the wrong line. One lady moved ahead, one was searching for a sign. I stood there thinking, this is not a correction, this might be the beginning of a color infection. A couple came in, and I asked them if they were together. They said yes. So I replied, left and right, or right and left? The lady said, I am right. The man only had one choice left. Two people came in for biometrics. I asked them if they knew about the consequences of taking the finger test. They said, we have never heard of it. So I said, women are immune to this phenomenon. But men are not. She asked, what happens to them? With a serious face, I replied, tomorrow morning, when he wakes up, his fingers might be shaking or buzzing. If that is all, then do not worry. But if they start to puff up to about 3 inches in diameter, then the lady needs to get a hammer, or a sledgehammer, and pop the balloon. At that point, the man, someone nearby, and I, started laughing uncontrollably. One man asked, is this the government office? I replied, the sign on the wall is the proof. A couple came in and asked if they could do a pickup. I replied, what color is your truck? They said, not our pickup truck. The pickup. I said, one is a truck, and the other is your paperwork. Then I smiled. They knew I was pulling their chain. He said, what chain? I replied, the chain, for the pickup. Pickup truck, pickup papers, pickup chain on the side. They came in for documents and left confused inside. I only asked a question, but the joke started to slip. Now even the chain was attached to the trip. One driver said to me while driving, your tires are rotating. So I stopped and looked at all 18 tires. They were all standing by, not moving, not rotating. I got furious, went back into the truck, and drove away. A lady came in with a cup of coffee. I asked, is there enough coming soon for everyone? She said, not today. I said, thank you. The next day after their wedding, a man told his wife, never look inside the safe. She asked, why? He replied, it is for sad times. I prefer to lock it away, because grief will come out. After 35 years of marriage, the wife could not hold back her curiosity anymore. The moment her husband went out for his weekly office meeting, she decided to open the safe. Later, her husband came back, and she asked him about it. He said, did you open the safe? She replied, yes. And I was surprised to see $50,000 and 3 eggs. She asked him about the 3 eggs, not the money. His reply surprised her even more. He said, the 3 eggs are for the nights I cheated on you. Every time I cheated, I put 1 egg in the safe. She said, well, that is actually pretty good. In 35 years, you only cheated 3 times. He said, no. Every time I got a dozen eggs. I sold them. She asked, "So where did the money come from?" He replied, "From all the eggs I sold." Ha ha ha.